These are carved stone where you can actually see the grain in them. It's what they call semi-precious stone. Stone that's chosen because it is inherently beautiful. There are a few different carving styles. This is what I call the standard style. You can see it's a very basic, elegant Staunton design. We're going to go over game number 9 of the World Chess Championship of 2013. This is the game that clinched the championship. And as we're doing it, I'm going to show you a dozen different stone chess sets, all made of different semi-precious stone. The game begins with d4. This is the world champion playing the white pieces here, and he feels like he's really got to win. Answered by knight f6, followed by c4, and then e6. Now let's look at another sample of these stone sets. This one shows a very rich grain in the pieces. Notice that these are all felted on the bottoms. This is also quite something. The white pieces are kind of a translucent color with the grain strongly showing still. Knight c3. Coming out here to defend this square, and the bishop pinning the knight. This is known as the Nimzo-Indian defense. But they're going to take it in an interesting way here, because white's playing f3. It weakens the king side, but he really wants to push that pawn forward. Anand here wants to go all out for an attack, and there's a very bold beginning. Okay, coming right out, also attacking that crucial square. a3, putting the question to the bishop. What we have here is a much more robust style. A similar kind of stone for the dark pieces, that beautiful red and green grain. More of an opaque stone for the white pieces. And notice the king with his very auspicious crown. Well, as long as this bishop is out here, there's no point in running away because it would be trapped soon enough. Or running back there would lose momentum, so let's go ahead and trade these pieces. Then c5 puts everybody up into the center. C takes d. We're back to the standard style here. We have this creamy stone like we had in the first set, but now we have a very rich black stone. A hint of green is in there. Well, of course, following up the pawn exchange here, I don't think he wants to take this. It would give him a terrible pawn structure. He's just going to proceed here with e3 and then c4, locking things down and pushing forward on the queen side. Knight to e2. And look at this set. We've got the robust style we had before, but now, if you look carefully, you can see the fossil forms of ancient seashells. And notice that this white stone, has a natural variation in color. There's a little brown here. Sometimes you see a little grain. Okay, now things are going to heat up here on the chessboard a little bit. After this knight comes out, well, this knight's got to come out sooner or later. Now's a good time. But look at this. You ever play against somebody who just is all out attacking you, doesn't care about the safety of his own king? That's what's going on over here. And Carlsen, that's your pieces by the way, he castles, getting ready for the onslaught. But maybe he'll have some counterplay over on this side. Bishop to g2. Here we're back to the standard style, and in this set the different colorations of this marble show very nicely. You see it's basically white, but it has this rich gray that gives it a texture and gives it that feel of marble. I'm very fond of these colors. This red stone I think is just exquisite. As I was saying, this is all authentic semi-precious stone. Knight to a5. Okay, coming in, looking at that square, huh? Looks like a nice place for a knight. White castles, although it doesn't seem to have much of a fortress. Well, there's a lot out there as long as he can keep the momentum going. Knight to b3. Boom. What a nice place for the knight, and ooh, I love this stone. You've got the black and white just running right through each other. I don't know if some people would find it distracting to play a serious game like this, but I just find this beautiful. It's so elegant. Each piece is like a little work of art. Over here on the white side, we've got that translucent stone again with the grain. Well, we've got to get the rook out of its path. The attack is on, and getting everybody ready. Once again, buttressing that square and getting ready for an all-out assault. And the assault's coming on the queen side over here. Why wait? Attacking the knight. And look what we have here. This is a slightly different style. The knights have this kind of square jaw. The rooks have this more of the robust style, but not as large as the big robust pieces that we had. This time the white pieces are that beautiful fossilized stone. So here's a nice lineup. Yeah, isn't that unusual? Got all the pieces lined up right along the back row as white is moving forward, but black is creating this attack down in here. e4, he's going ahead and pushing through in the center finally, the e4 move we've been waiting for. And this knight, very well placed, is going to liquidate the situation here, taking the bishop off the board. The queen takes back. Queen takes knight. So check this out. This is the fossilized stuff. It looks very much like the one that we were just looking at, but you see the knights are back to the standard style, and also the rooks you can see are different in the standard style. Anyway, that beautiful fossilized set against the red on this side. Rook to a6. Okay, this is good for bringing in some defense in the front line, which is about to be under attack. e5, the attack continues. Knight to c7. Okay, moving out. f4. Yes, we're getting, look at the juxtaposition. All this coming up on the queen side, all this coming up on the king side. b4. Yes, breaking through. And then a takes b4. There you go. The action is beginning over here, breaking through. And look what we've got. You've seen these stones before, but now we've got the white against the black. Just a very basic. This black has a little bit of the that white variegation in there. The pawn takes back. Okay, now the rook takes. The knight takes. There's no way white's going to stop black from coming through here. f5. The attack continues. This is a very good example of how you can see the fossil of an ancient shell actually as part of the stone that this pawn was carved out of. So let's see what happens. White's pushing against the king. Black is threatening to queen a pawn on this side. You have b3 coming right through. After b3, queen to f4, starting on the attack. Knight to c7. F6. Boom. Right into the territory. G6. Blocking out, but look, there's going to be an entranceway in here. Queen to H4. And she's coming in the entranceway. Knight to E8. Very important. That was the checkmating square. Knight's protecting now. Every move counts here. Queen to H6. She's coming in anyway. B2. The pawn is planning to queen anyway. Rook to F4 says the pawn can queen and the rook's not going to take it. What happens? The pawn queens. These sets only come with one queen on each side. They're not 4 queen sets, but I happen to have an extra queen here. Check. Okay, and this is the crucial moment. Everybody in the analysis room was saying he's got to block with the bishop. For some reason, he blocked with the knight. Now look what's happening here. White is going to go here and make an unstoppable threat of checkmate right there. But now black has a defense. Queen goes here, queen to E1, and white resigned. Because, well, black's got 2 queens, but white's going to threaten checkmate. Black's going to take it. White takes back, and the checkmating threat is over, and black stands with a rook more than white. White hasn't really got a chance against the highest rated player in the world. The crucial game. All Magnus Carlsen needed after this game was a draw in 3 more games. The next day he came back and had a draw and won the World Championship.